Maccagnan, though, is taking criticism for not finding a franchise QB, but says the criticism, Kay, does not faze him. Otherwise, though, the pressure is cranked up high to see who they get at their spot.
That's right. Great stuff from Will Selva there. I'm so excited for what's next on the show right now. It is finally time to do our mid-round mock draft.
Before we get to that, can I say a little something here? I feel like we need to. Let's just blow out the format. I need a little time.
What?
Here. I think it's important we talk about this. I woke up this morning, as did all of us, to the news, terrible news, that Channing Tatum and Jenna Dewan Tatum are announcing their split. They announced it to People magazine. And this is the same year we've already lost Chris Pratt and Anna Faris. And I'm looking at the Tatums, and I feel like Tyra Banks. Like, I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. Whoa. Oh, I got more, though. I got more on the Tatum. What?
It's not this show.
Wow, thanks for interrupting.
You can't. We're not talking about.
I got more. All right.
I wanted to join in, but Straigh's interrupted us.
All right, fine. Go ahead.
It's draft month.
Step up,
and right
Peter.
now, here's what we do. Step up. Great, it's where they met. Today's team is the Denver Broncos, who hold the 5th overall pick. As you guys know, it's called Bro, You're on the Clock.
Bro.
Kay, I'm putting you in the hot seat
I'm the
right
bro?
now. You're not only the bro, you're the king bro. You're John Elway.
Oh, I need to get my Apple box.
You
Stand up
do.
there.
You are John Elway. Nate, you are going to be head coach Vance Joseph. And Kyle, you're Broncos president and CEO Joe Ellis. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set the scene. We're now about an hour into the draft. 4 players have already been selected. Let's go through them.
Let's
the
see.
Browns, they've already selected Sam Darnold first overall. The Giants went running back. They took Saquon Barkley second overall. The Jets said, we'll take that big cantaloupe farmer from Fireball, California. We'll take Josh Allen. And the Browns shock everyone. They take Bradley Chubb, the best defensive player on the board. Kay Adams, you are John Elway. Many quarterbacks are available. Let's see who else is here. Quentin Nelson, Denzel Ward, of course, Josh Rosen. Baker Mayfield is on the board still. The Denver Broncos, they have 60 seconds to deliberate. Kay's going to make the ultimate pick. Kyle, Nate, you're in on this. You're on the clock.
Who are you playing the role of?
I am playing the role of Joe Ellis, the boss man, M.A. from Northwestern.
So I didn't think that this was the way the draft was going to shake out. And we were at all these pro days watching these quarterbacks sling it. Only Darnold's off the board. What do you think we should do?
I think back to your career, John, and we had those linemen in front of us, and we had the Schlereths and the Tom Nalen, and those are the reasons we were in all those Super Bowls. And we see a man from the University of Notre Dame named Quentin Nelson, who is already being fitted for Hall of Fame jacket. Let's build the team from the inside out. Let's roll with Case Keenum. He's our guy. Get the guard. I don't care if it's sexy. It's good. Quentin Nelson.
Yeah, you guys brought me here to do a job, and that is to communicate to the players, but also protect the players. So, we spent all this money to go out and get Case Keenum. He was our guy. We were aggressive right out the gate. We're not going to go get a quarterback right now. We need to protect him, make sure we can keep him upright in order to have the same type of season he had with the Minnesota Vikings.
Neither of you want a quarterback? You're telling me Josh Rosen could slip to us at 5 and we shouldn't take him?
You paid too much for Case Keenum.
Josh Allen?
Let's Kay to protect him.
This guy's the NFC title game.
Kay Adams,
As
the
John
pick is
Elway,
in.
what I'm doing, my phone is open for Steve Keim, for Brandon Beane. If I'm at 5 and I know that there are teams, the Dolphins, Gase, everybody down there, if you guys want to trade up to 5, if there's all those quarterbacks up, I'm absolutely taking that deal and moving down. But if nobody's calling, nobody's making a deal with the 5th overall pick, the Denver Broncos should select Quentin Nelson.
Cheer for Notre Dame.
I want the Broncos to be win now. If I'm John Elway, I'm saying Kay Adams was talking about those Chiefs and those LA Chargers out there. We have 2 Pro Bowl receivers who are 30 years old. Von Miller is a veteran. Chris Harris, a veteran. This team's not going to stay in the same spot for long. You want to get a guy who will protect, and this is where they needed it. They needed a quarterback. They got one in Case Keenum. They need offensive line help. 52 sacks allowed, the 3rd most in the league last year. Quentin Nelson will be there, and I'm excited with that pick.
I love it.
This could be the best player in the draft, slipping to me at 5.
They say he's the best offensive lineman to enter the league in several years. I will say this, though. When you've got Rosen and Mayfield up there, and Case Keenum, you gave him a lot of money. Is it not tempting for you guys to think, okay, but I'm John Elway, I'm a quarterback. Don't I want to draft my own?
It is.
Listen, I am the coach, and I would love to protect my quarterback. And speaking of Notre Dame, I'm going to leave it up to you guys to draft. And just like Enrique, you got to hit that shot like she did in the finals. Enrique,
Very
you guys,
true.
women's,
Amazing.
Notre Dame?
Very clutch shot.
Amazing.
Shout out to Enrique.
Do you think if it played out that way that the Broncos would trade down?
I don't know what they would do. I think they would take a
That would be
defensive
so
player.
tempting.
If Chubb fell to them, they'd be happy. But Mayfield is so interesting to Elway. They're so similar in their personality and their charisma and all that. It would be a really cool match.
If you have those 3 quarterbacks, if just Darnold's off the board and you have those 3 staring you in the face at 5, it is hard to not take one.
You're right, kid. I'd work my phone like crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy if those guys are still up there.
All right, there it is. Bro, we're on the clock. The NFL draft almost here. Nobody covers it better than NFL Network. Our Hall of Famers and expert analysts go behind the scenes into the war rooms to cover all 32 teams as they select the stars of tomorrow. The future is now. The 2018 NFL Draft starts April 26th right here on NFL Network and